All right, today we're gonna be unboxing this SaunaBox and we're gonna be setting it up. We're gonna see how easy it is to set up and then what the experience is like. I'm gonna run you through all of it. So by the end of this video, you will know if this is something you wanna get. All right, so I've got the SaunaBox right here and I'm gonna set the timer. See how long it takes to set this thing up. We've got this foldable chair. We've got this box, which is probably the humidifier. And we have the actual tent. We have the things to put the tent together. I imagine that's the floor, the mat. So that's what you get in the bag. And now I'm gonna put this together. So we got the instruction manual, how to set it up. So this diagram is super helpful. I just got the base set up. Now I'm gonna do the exact same thing for the roof. So the floor is done and the roofing is done. So now it's time to start building it up. All right, so I got a little bit excited and just started building. So apparently I'm supposed to get this cover laid out and put the bottom in it before I built this thing up. But hey, I think it'll be all right. All right, so I managed to figure out the floor so it fits okay, but I was very close to ripping it right here. It wasn't like pulling well, and I definitely came very close to ripping it because it's very tight inside of this thing. So that's just something to be aware of when you're putting it together, is not to force it. There is a way to make it fit. You just have to make sure that it's not too tight and you have to do it gently. Ow. This thing fell out. This is proving to be a little bit more difficult for me because I'm a little bit vertically challenged. So something to keep in mind if you're a short king as well. They made it look so easy in the video. There you go. Boom! I'm working up a sweat trying to set up the SaunaBox. Who needs this thing? Why don't you just set it up and you'll just sweat enough setting it up and that'll be boom.
It's actually bigger than I expected.
How tall are you?
6 feet.
You're 6 feet? Stand next to it.
Yeah, this is like, it's comfortable.
So it's probably 6 feet, 6 inches.
Yeah.
Something that I'm realizing about just buying these at-home things is that they're never as easy as you think they are to set up. I still got to do the humidifier and such, so I'm going to do that right now. That's the next step. Okay, now I got the steam dispenser. And this is gonna go right in here. One tube. Okay, so we're just about set up now. I gotta go pick up some distilled water and let's check the time. It took me about an hour and a half to set up and I was filming, so if I wasn't filming, it would probably take me 45 minutes. So it's a few hours later and I've gone and picked up some distilled water. Just come back from a workout, so I'm gonna fire this thing up. So I have this little remote right there, and using this remote, you can control this little thing. So I'm gonna plug it in, put the water in, and I'm gonna fire it up. It takes about 20 minutes for it to get fully steamed up. All right, one upgrade is that I think they could have a longer cord for sure. If you don't get distilled water, it's gonna grow bacteria and it's gonna get gross and you're probably gonna die prematurely.
It'll probably just like calcify, right?
Yeah, no, I'll just ruin the machine. I'm just kidding. So we have a timer and then we have level. So they specifically said do not go above level 5. Gradually build your way up. I can see little bubbles forming on the bottom and I believe that means that it's heating up. So now I'm just gonna give it some time. All right, it's starting to kick up a little bit and I'm wondering if I put too much water in it. Maybe I just need to lock it down. Oh. It's weird because it doesn't seem like there's any steam going into this. It must be happening. I'm very confused right now. Hold on. I'm gonna watch the instructions again.
Now we're in business.
Yep, she's cooking now. Okay, that's good to know. Yep, so this thing has to be sealed down and twisted. Okay, she is steaming up. This is about ready to go. It's all steamed up. So I'm gonna open it and get in. Woo! Oh, that's hot. That's very hot.
It's like going in a cold plunge and saying it's really cold. How's it?
It's good. It feels like a steam room.
Yeah. You look like you're in pain.
I'm having so much fun. All right, it's officially really hot in there. So let's break out all the different categories of the SaunaBox to see if this is right for you. So the first one that I'm gonna start with is the setup. So when I was setting this thing up, it actually was pretty easy in comparison to some of the other things that I've been building recently. And I'm gonna give a lot of kudos to the founders because they did a really, really good job with the video tutorial, walking you through step by step and having the pamphlet that maps out exactly how the pieces fit together. So from that perspective, it was super clear. However, I will say that it was not a 7 or 8 minute build. I had a lot of challenges putting the tent on top of the rails and getting it to fit because it was so tight. And I definitely came very, very close to ripping the tent as I was trying to pull it over the top. Sometimes the zippers got stuck and I had to really pull the tent as close to the sides as possible so that the zipper would actually fully zip. I definitely wouldn't have been able to do that without another person. So if you're gonna build this, I do recommend having 2 people. And as far as the steamer goes, the top did not fit on very well. It was just kind of like bubbling up, and I realized that it wasn't clear that when you start the steamer, you need to push the top down and you need to twist it so it locks in position so no air escapes from the top of the steamer. Otherwise, it will not steam up the inside of the tent. All right, next let's talk about the build quality. So the fabric is really nice. This antimicrobial tent feels very sturdy, feels very high end, and I like it quite a bit. However, these little rails that you use to put it together are quite flimsy in my opinion. They're made of fiberglass and they did that on purpose so they won't rust, which is nice. And I will say that it does feel just a little not sturdy, and it's even bending here in the front. In order for me to fit the tent on top, it needed to bend the rail just a little bit. So there's a little bit of warping happening. This material is non-toxic and microplastic free. So they have a bunch of certifications on their website, which I really appreciate. If you're gonna be steaming something and heating something up, you don't want a bunch of chemicals circulating in the air and you're just breathing that in. So I love that they did that and went the extra mile to make sure that they got those certifications as well. The sweat mat at the bottom of the floor is actually really nice, and I think it's a really nice touch that they added that. The chair feels a little bit cheap and flimsy. It's just one of these foldable chairs and it's very, very low to the ground. And then the steamer also feels a bit cheap. So in the future, I'd love to see a nicer steamer, and it would be cool if it was black as well to match the aesthetic of the SaunaBox. The next category is going to be ease of use. So this product is so easy to use. All you do is you put the water in, you set the timer, you set the level of steam that you want, you let it heat up for 20 to 25 minutes, and then you get in and you just experience it, and then you get out and then you wipe it down, make sure that it's clean, and then you're done. So it's a really simple user experience that is pretty effortless. One thing to keep in mind is that you will have to refill the tank for the steamer about every 2 to 3 sessions. Let's talk about the overall experience of the SaunaBox. So you have this chair that's really low to the ground, and so you're kind of just like sitting down and the window of the SaunaBox is above you. So I'd really like to see a higher chair, but once you get in there, it's quiet, it's dark, and you just sit there, and it's very good for meditation and contemplating your day. And so if you're looking to get that quiet time, that solitude, then I think this is a really great experience for that. You sweat fast and it works really, really well. The one thing I would like to see in the future is if they made a bigger one where 2 people could fit in, so it's not just such a solitary experience if you wanted to bring more people into it. All right, let's talk about price. So this whole setup comes in at around $350 to $450. Right now on their site, it's $350, which to me is an absolute steal. So for everything that you get and the actual experience that you have, I think it's an absolute no-brainer product. And I don't say that often. Sometimes there's a bunch of caveats, but anyone who wants to have a sauna or steam room-like experience in their home for a couple $100, this is like a game changer. I think not only does it work well, but it's fairly easy to set up. And if you wanted to, you could break it down and you could put it somewhere else, or you could move it around your home really, really easily. For people who live in an apartment, it's perfect for a balcony or the corner of a room, or if you don't have a lot of space, I think this is a really good option for anyone who wants to do some type of heat therapy. The beautiful part about this product is that it does have a 2-year warranty, so that if anything rips or tears or breaks, then you can just replace it, no questions asked. And from my perspective, that's a really good amount of time to be able to have a warranty for something that I think has a high likelihood of ripping or tearing. So those are the biggest things that you need to know about the SaunaBox, but let's see what other people say about the experience. All right, I got Christy here, and she's gonna try the SaunaBox for the first time.
Going in.
Okay, we got young Leon here, and he wants to get in the SaunaBox. Yeah, what do you think? All right, so I got some active participants here who are gonna try out the steam room, and they're all gonna go in at the same time to see if we can fit 3 people. So we got Jeff, Britley, and we got Ellie. So these 3 friends have decided that they're going to do me the favor of testing this out for me.
I want to thank my mom, my dad, my siblings.
Oh, it's like that.
It's hard to make it hotter in here.
Yeah, well, oh, we've got to be able to zip it from the inside.
I can see you. There you go.
I want to thank my mom.
Just kidding.
Hi.
All right, how was it?
It was good.
Tell me about your experience.
It felt like a real steam room, like at the gym. Super hot, actually. I was surprised how hot it got.
Yeah, you're sweating a lot.
Yeah.
So, and then you said something about your mom earlier.
Yeah, it made me feel like back in the day when I used to go to the steam room with my mom and my sister, and made me think of them, and I think they would really like this.
So good experience?
Yes.
So what did you think about the steam room?
It was incredible.
Yeah.
It gets really hot. I'm sweating. It's really hot. I think it does the job.
Yeah. And you were able to fit 3 people in there?
Yeah, it was comfortable.
I think it's great. It's super easy. I mean, it gets the job done. Does everything you need it to do, you know?
How was it?
So good. I'm so sweaty. I like the steam sauna combo though.
Yeah.
Yeah, that feels good.
So after using this thing for a couple times and watching all my friends use it, everyone had a good experience. I'm really happy with this product, and at the price point, I think it's an absolute no-brainer for anyone who wants to get an at-home steam solution. So I reached out to the company, and they did in fact give me a discount code. So if you click the link down in the description, you apply that discount code, you can save some money, and you'll help support me make more videos like this. If you found this helpful, give it a big thumbs up. And if you like this video, then I know that you're gonna like this video right here. So go check that one out. And if you haven't already, go ahead and subscribe, and I'll see you in that next video.